welcome Eagles fans from all over, whether from around the country or around the world. Watching from the comfort of your own home or even watching on a mobile device, I want to invite you to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. I am Alvin Chapman. Alongside me is Braden Motter. Braden, super excited to be alongside with you tonight.
I'm excited to be back in the gym, Al. Love being back at the table, getting our commentating back on. I'm excited. Should be a good matchup tonight. Blue Lights College, Pensacola Christian College. It's going to be a fun one.
Blue Lights are coming off a loss against Shaw University's JV team, but Kenny Anderson, the sophomore standing at 6'1", he becomes Blue Lights' first ever player to reach 1,000 points. He had 17 in that matchup, averaging 14 points per game.
1,000 points in a career is a huge milestone for any player. Coming from Blue Lights, that's an impressive 1,000 points for him. Excited to see what he can do tonight. Like you said, averaging 14 a game and putting up 17 in their last game. Hopefully Pensacola can find a way to hold him down tonight, maybe keep him down in the single digits or low doubles, and see if we can get some high scoring for the Eagles tonight.
Christian Porter with a massive game last week against Welch College in a win where we got it in deficit of 11. Christian Porter, he had 20 points, 6 threes, 8 rebounds, and also 5 dimes.
Christian Porter is playing extremely high-level basketball. He's shooting the ball at a much higher rate than he started the season. We love to see that, and also finding his open teammates. And we love seeing a point guard like Christian crashing the board and grabbing some offensive rebounds.
As the Eagles fans are coming out onto the field right now, let's talk about someone else who had a career night as well, Will Higdon. He only had 4 points, but he also had 10 rebounds, 6 of them defensive, and also had 6 blocks. Yes, I said it, 6 blocks.
Wow, Will Higdon is an extremely strong presence in the paint for the Eagles, both offensively and defensively, standing 6'8". That's a big presence inside. Blue Lights, their tallest player tonight, I believe, is 6'6", so hopefully we have an advantage in the paint today. Maybe we can get Will to get another double-double.
Braden, an exciting matchup that we have here tonight. We'll be back before tip, but until then, let's go ahead and give you guys the opportunity, the viewers at home, to meet our Eagles for the 2021 and 22 school year. We'll be back soon.
It's a passion that unites us, the heartbeat of everything we do. Since 1974, we've been building, reaching, expanding our limits. And yet today, one thing hasn't changed. Pensacola Christian College empowers leaders to influence the world for Christ.
You only have one life. What are you going to do with it? This is a place where you can be empowered to fulfill God's calling and pursue your passion.
I had told my pastor before coming here, I was like, I don't really like school, but now like on my 3rd year, learning is so much fun.
Incrementally, we're ready to do more, we're ready to face more, and to say, this may not be the easiest thing I've ever done, but it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
Teaching is communicating facts, but the bottom line for me with teaching is connecting the material so the students not only know it, but appreciate it and also know how to use it.
We have great faculty and they honestly inspire me.
They'll constantly tell you, if you need something, come talk to me. You can have a really good teacher-student relationship. And that's one of the reasons why I chose PCC, is to have faculty that love God to help me further my spiritual walk with Christ.
Faculty are saying it's going to take hard work and dedication to be the best at whatever you're doing for God's glory. Everything that I see here is Christ-centered.
Why is PCC here? It's to change lives, to make them more like Christ.
They want students to make an impact on the world. I think their goal really is to change the world, and they do it one student at a time.
I'm excited to see this game out. Blue Lights College, Pensacola Christian College should be a good matchup. Excited to see a potential shootout here tonight with some guard play. Hopefully we have a fun matchup here for the ECI players that are here for the Classic Invitational High School Tournament this weekend.
Yes, and that's a game that we're going to be broadcasting this Friday, I believe. Super excited for that matchup. But hey, we're about 2 minutes in until tip-off. What are some keys that you have for both teams to be successful?
Like we talked about a couple minutes ago, Al, I think Christian Porter's play tonight is going to be vital. Christian's been shooting the ball at an extremely high rate and passing the ball and rebounding the ball. I'm excited to see what he can do tonight. Hopefully he can put us, give us 15 to 20 tonight, take some heat off of AJ and Stephen Wheeler, who are averaging our highest scores. Maybe see if we can get some three-way scoring here tonight, force Blue Lights to have some poor matchups, and see if we can't get out of here with a W.
Especially for Blue Lights, we'll talk about what they're going to have to do in order for them to be successful in this game, especially with prolific scorer Kenny Anderson Jr.
I'm excited to see what Blue Lights can do here tonight. Kenny Anderson, a good ball player, good shooter. I'm excited to see him play tonight. I think Blue Lights, in order to win this game, are going to have to keep the Eagles from shooting the three, but also be able to stop Big Will Higdon from scoring inside.
Speaking of scoring inside, in the last matchup before Welch College against Trinity College of Florida, we had 5 players in double digits. Do you expect that same result in tonight's matchup?
I do, Al. I'm excited to see the Eagles tonight, see if we can't get some spread scoring, see if we can't get 5 or 6 guys in double digits, come out of here with a big W for Pensacola.
Yes, let's go ahead and talk about both teams' lineups as well. Who is the standout player that you were excited to see play tonight?
I'm excited for Pensacola to see Stephen Wheeler. He had a great game last time against Welch College. I'm excited to see him get to the basket, drive to the paint, and finish at the rim. And for
my apologies, I was going to go ahead and give you an introduction to this one, but we do have 30 seconds left for the Blue Lights College. What do you expect? Who do you expect? My apologies, to be successful in this matchup?
I'm excited to see Kenny Anderson Jr. play here tonight. He's averaging 14 a game, put up 17 in their most previous game. So see what he can do here tonight. See if he can put up 15, 20 again. Hopefully the Eagles can hold him down.
Blue Lights, they have another huge win again against Trinity College. This is their second South Region team that they're facing this year in Pensacola Christian College. It's packed in the nest. But before we go ahead and get things started, let's go ahead and kick it over to Caleb Osborne for the pregame ceremony.
Welcome to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Tonight's game is between the PCC Eagles and Blue Lights College. The National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirit of competition and upholding the 4 core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy tonight's competition. At this time, please stand for prayer. Dear God, we thank you for the opportunity that these players have to meet tonight to compete. I ask that you give them the endurance and the strength they need to do so, Lord. Keep them safe and free from injuries, and may everything done here tonight please you. In your name I pray, amen. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Tonight's sport medicine coverage is provided by the Andrews Institute and Baptist Healthcare, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. Starting tonight for Blue Lights College, number 3, Kenny Anderson. Number 12, Chris Koger. Number 20, Michael Barbie. Number 22, Felipe Carter. And number 23, Tori Brown. Blue Lights is led by Coach Janetta Pulley. And now, your Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Starting tonight for the Eagles, a junior from Jacksonville, Florida, number 2, Christian Porter. A grad student from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 3, Garrett Jones. A grad student from Long Beach, California, number 11, Stephen Wheeler. A junior from Pensacola, Florida, number 34, AJ Ward. And a senior from Detroit, Texas, number 43, Will Higdon. The Eagles are led by Coach Jason Bell with assistant coach Micah Conlon. Officiating for tonight's game are Nate Starr, David Howard, and Thomas Merritt.
Number 12, my apologies, Chris Koger. Number 20, Michael Barbie. Number 22, Felipe Carter. Number 23, Tori Brown. And we're going with our standard lineup for the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. For the guard spots, Christian Porter, Stephen Wheeler, as well as Garrett Jones. And to fill the front court, the infamous AJ Ward and big Will Higdon. Go to Higdon inside early, spin off move, fade away jump shot. That's no good. Brown with the rebound. Finds Carter. Quickly to Anderson. He fires first. Blue Lights is coached by head coach Janetta Pulley in her first year coaching with this program. She's been a part of the coaching staff for 5 years as well. Here's Higdon inside off the glass. That misses.
I like the Eagles looking inside early to the paint. Unfortunately, just not able to put them in.
Offensive foul on the floor there. I couldn't see him receive the earnings for that one, but great play by the Eagles.
Great charge take there by, I believe, AJ Ward. Great job finding his position, getting his feet set, and drawing that charge.
That takes away 2 points off the boards for Blue Lights as they're going to a 1-2-2 press. Wheeler with 2 defenders on him. They go inside to Higdon. Nearly gets it stolen. Wheeler, Porter, Jones for a triple. That's no good. Anderson collects the earnings. Kroger, corner 3 for Blue Lights. is no good. Here's Porter. Christian Porter, he's been averaging 14 points per contest. That's a career high for him. He'll take a triple. Rough start here for the Eagles, not on the board. Wheeler will try one from Long Beach. No good. Brown with another rebound. Turnover there for the Eagles. My apologies for Blue Lights College. A.J. Ward gets on the board first for the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. He's been shooting at a really high percentage this season, about 39 to 40 per contest. Percent in that matter, Braden. Here's Carter, finds Kroger, works inside, and loses it.
Great pressure defense there by the Eagles, drawing a turnover and going the other way.
Score knotted up at 3. Here's Wheeler. Finds Ward opposite corner, drives inside, kicks to Porter. Jones deep in the corner. Finds Porter for a triple. That misses. Strong rebound by Higdon. He goes right back up with it. Uses the glass for safety.
Love this early, strong inside presence by Will Higdon, grabbing that offensive rebound, putting it back up for 2.
Anderson, he'll try another 3. That's no good. Here's Ward, out of transition. Beautiful pass by Porter. That's no good. Porter picks his pocket. Easy 2 for him.
Great early defense for the Eagles. Got a couple turnovers and grabbing a steal there, getting an easy 2.
Here's the leading scorer for Blue Lights, Anderson Jr. Drives inside on Ward. That's rejected by Higdon. He had 6 rejections last game against Welch. Ward, stutter step inside. Gets the easy 2 to fall.
Eagles playing aggressive here early on. Love to see them attacking the paint, putting in some easy layups here.
Drive inside, nearly loses it. Finds Kroger, and he's fouled. That will be on Higdon, and what a game he had last time against, not Higdon, my apologies, that will be on Garrett Jones. Let's stay on the topic of Higdon here. 6 defensive rebounds, 10 total, and 6 blocks.
Love seeing Big Will Higdon working hard inside in the paint on the offensive and defensive end of the floor, recording 6 blocks last game, but also recording 10 rebounds. Love to see him really dominating the paint, and tonight with a little bit of a height advantage, we're excited to see him dominate again.
Kroger, he gets on the board first here for Blue Lights College. Splits both free throws. Here's Wheeler, Fitzgerald, and Horton come to the table here. Wheeler gets inside, quick move inside, up and under, gets the lucky roll. What a beautiful move there, Braden.
Great hesitation by Stephen Wheeler, good baseline drive, and the offhand finish under the basket, puts in an easy layup.
Carter tries a triple, no good. Here's Ward, brings the ball up the floor. Stutter step inside, loses it. I believe that'll be heading towards the other direction. No, it won't actually. That'll stay here with the Eagles. Fitzgerald and Horton coming to the game for A.J. Ward and I believe Christian Porter. Eagles adding some interior to this lineup with Horton and Fitzgerald. He had a career high of 16 against Trinity College. 6 rebounds as well with that one. Jones with a short jumper, no good. Torrey Brown kicks corner to Anderson Jr. Loads and fires, and that's good. I believe Anderson Jr. does have all six points here. Not 6 points, but 2 field goals here for Blue Lights. They're off to the races, and Kroger slams it down with authority, and just like that, that's a 2-point ball game.
Great find by Torrey Brown in transition. Great throwdown by Chris Kroger. Excited to see them getting out in transition. Hopefully the Eagles can find a way to get some transition defense and stop that push.
Fitzgerald inside to Horton. He works on Kroger. That's rejected. Ends up in the hands of Fitzgerald. Kicks to Horton. Gets the move. Gets the first step and converts.
Great take by Anthony Horton. Love seeing him playing aggressively and driving the ball. Let's see if we can't get him a few more points here tonight driving.
Felipe Carter with the ball on the right wing, guarded by Jones. The transfer from Cornell University. Takes the screen from Kroger. And beautiful move into the cup by Felipe Carter.
Great use of the screen there. Great drive, good finish.
Horton drives baseline. Loses the ball in the air. We've seen what he's done before when he goes baseline.
I think he had bad intentions with that drive. He was planning on throwing that down, just lost it on the way up.
Wheeler pull-up jumper. Such a smooth jumper for the graduate student from Long Beach.
Stephen Wheeler's first step is so fast, makes him so hard to guard. One dribble put down, and then he has a little room for a jumper, knocks it down.
Corner three try for Blue Lights, no good. Anderson goes for the rebound. I believe that was tipped by the Eagles. Number 30, Christian Baker, checks into the game here for Kroger. And also number 4, Jeremiah Baker, was checked into the contest the last dead ball as well. They feed Anderson Jr. for a triple. No good. Wheeler with a great rebound. Ward heads back to the table along with beautiful move to the cup for Fitzgerald. I was about to say along with Austin Lewis. But Fitzgerald, he skies to the basket, foul and one.
Love watching the Eagles play aggressively here tonight. That's probably the 6th or 7th drive we've seen getting into the paint and finishing at the rim. Love seeing that aggressiveness early on.
And he literally flew from the box there. Eagles now up by 6 with this free throw by Chandler Fitzgerald. There we go, we're up by 7. This senior from Temperance, Michigan. Here's Baker. In transition, nearly loses it. Throws it to the corner. Pull-up jump shot. Dances around the rim for Rakeelan Butler. That shot was no good. Here's Ward on the top of the key. Takes a screen from Horton. Ward gets all the way to the cup. Can't alter his shot to the cup as well. Baker transition. Anderson Jr. drives hard to the cup. And he'll score. He has 9 points early. Here's Lewis. Kicks to Wheeler. Fitzgerald will try a triple. That doesn't fall. Baker brings the ball, finds Anderson Jr. Anderson Jr. actually the first player in Blue Lights history to reach 1,000 points. He gets the turnover. Wheeler behind the back pass to Ward. Wow, what a beautiful play by him.
What a pass by Stephen Wheeler. Good transition push. Fake the pass first, then through the behind the back dime to the diving A.J. Ward. Great pass, great finish.
I initially thought he was going to throw the lob to Horton. The Arlen R. Horton Sports Center would have went crazy after that one. And that's a 3 there by Christian Buckler. Baker, my apologies. Blue Lights only down by 5. Horton corner, he'll respond back with the triple. No good. Carter in transition, guarded by Fitzgerald. Carter drives, full head of steam. He gets hit on his way to the basket. He'll go to the line and try to convert on free throws here for Blue Lights College.
First foul on Chandler Fitzgerald of the contest. On the floor, Blue Lights baseline out of bounds.
Initially thought that they were going to go to the line there, but I believe he was fouled on the travel to the basket instead of the finish. Travel on the floor there for number 20, Michael Barbie. And the stifling defender from Mexico, Brian Ugalde, checks into the game.
Brings a smile on everyone's face when Brian Ugalde checks into the game. Love his defensive presence, his pressure on ball defense, forcing turnovers, really gets the crowd into the game on the defensive side of the ball.
Porter heads back to the table as well. One thing about Ugalde is that if you look at the video, whenever he guards the best player on the floor, they don't score. Here's Horton for a mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded there by Jeremiah Baker. Baker goes coast to coast and scores, having Wheeler guarding him. Brings his game back to 3. Butler, beautiful move to lose his defender. Finds Horton on the baseline. Nearly throws it away. Not Horton, my apologies. Wheeler tries to save it, but as a basket interference call there by Horton, got a bit impatient.
A little bit there, impatient, but honestly, you're never going to get mad at a player for being over-aggressive on an offensive rebound going for the ball. That's a great take by Steven, unfortunately unable to finish. Anthony Horton trying to get a putback, just did it over the rim, got an offensive basket interference.
Here's Carter, drives on Ugalde. Gets the nice touch into the rim. Carter with 4 points thus far, brings his game back within 1. Ugalde receives the ball, drives inside, to the cup he goes!
Great take by Brian Ugalde. Like I said earlier, Al, I love the early aggressiveness of the Eagles driving into the paint, finishing at the rim.
Here's Baker. Baker drives, kicks corner. No good for number 33. Rakeelan Butler. Ward makes his defender hit the dirt. Goes all the way to the basket, can't finish. Here's Butler. Finds Baker. Beautiful rejection there by Horton.
Great defense by Anthony Horton. Transition, got 2 hands on that block, sent it back with authority off of Blue Lights, PCC ball.
One thing I love about that play as well is that he doesn't try to go into his defender's body, just goes up with 2 hands and taps the ball.
That's great defense by Anthony Horton to not throw his body into him, jump straight up. Every defender has a right to their vertical space, and Tony took every inch of that vertical space and sent the ball back.
Lewis skips it over to Porter, who was recently checked into the contest. Dribble handoff to Ugalde. Ugalde kicks corner to Porter, one more to Lewis. Lewis finds Ugalde down low, uses the glass, no good. Ward, 7 seconds left on the shot clock, misses the straightaway 3-pointer. Baker goes coast to coast. And I believe that hits off his knee. That's the second time that's happened to Blue Lights tonight. Higdon, he checks back into the contest for Tony Horton. And honestly, these last couple games here for the Eagles is the first time we've had a completely healthy roster as well.
Anthony Horton being back is a big positive for the Eagles. He's been out with an ankle injury for early parts of the season. Glad to have him back on the floor, running more of 8, 9 or 10 players instead of just 7 or 8. Love to see that. Hopefully we can push the floor a little more with a little more personnel to work with.
Porter, stutter step, finds Ugalde, loads up and fires for a triple! Ugalde coming off the bench, normally provides defense, but provides 5 points as well. He's going toe-to-toe with Carter. Figuring out what he had for lunch today. He gets the switch off. Butler drives. Butler arranges his shot. And Rakeelan Butler from Goldsboro, North Carolina, gets to the cup. Eagles up by 5. Here's Porter. Spins off his defender. Full head of steam finds Lewis in the corner. That's his favorite spot right there, Braden.
Austin Lewis is a great 3-point shooter. You put him in the corner with no one around him, he's not going to miss that.
Pushes the lead back to 7. And what an entertaining first half we are able to witness.
Barely been 10 minutes and it's already a fun game and you can feel the energy in the building. Love being here tonight.
Short jumper, no good. Porter comes up with it. He had 8 rebounds last contest. Gets by his defender. Great job reloading. Here's Lewis from Pace, Florida. Misses that one. Ugalde with the offensive rebound. Porter fires. Porter connects. What a fun game we're watching here, Braden.
Missed by Austin Lewis. Great rebound by Ugalde. Finds the open Porter. Reloads the shooter. Knocks down the open 3.
Not a lot of vacancies here tonight due to the ECI Classic this weekend for the Eagles. And a steal on the defensive side for the Eagles.
Once again, Brian Ugalde affecting the floor on the defensive end. Finds a way to poke that out and get A.J. Ward a steal.
Ward takes back to Porter. He'll try a triple. And that misses. Here's Felipe Carter. Carter pulls up for a jumper. That was hit by Ugalde, but Kroger receives the earnings. Still great defensive effort there by Ugalde.
That's just a series of unfortunate events. Great defense by Brian Ugalde. Gets the tip on the jump shot, just lands in the lap of the Blue Lights under the basket, easy 2.
Another three from Ugaldi. We don't see this often. Tries to use the glass for safety, no good. Lewis with another opportunity. Wow, 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 Braden.
Eagles are shooting the ball extremely well right now, finding wide open players. After 3 threes in a row, Blue Lights decides to call a timeout, and they need to talk things over.
Wow, what a first half we've seen thus far. We haven't even been about 10 minutes in. Here's some highlights. Lewis for the triple, finds the bottom of the barrel. The Eagles shooting very efficiently this first half.
Love seeing the Eagles' early aggressiveness. As you see there, Stephen Wheeler with the drive. Love seeing the Eagles attack the paint and finish at the rim. After you do that so many times, opens up and spreads the floor. Find your open shooters and put some threes on the board.
When the Eagles are healthy, they're deadly. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. I'm Alvin Chapman alongside with Braden Motter. Braden, what an exciting first half we're able to witness here tonight.
It's a great first half for the Eagles. Shooting the ball extremely well, driving the ball extremely efficiently and consistently. Love seeing that from the Eagles. See if we can end the first half with a double-digit lead.
Donnell Avery loses it, and Ugaldi comes up with another steal. Here's Porter, finds Lewis. Ugaldi ends up with it. Drives inside, finds Lewis in the corner for a triple! And this place is electrifying!
Austin Lewis, 3 for 4 early on from 3. He's got himself 9 points.
Avery tried to drive, that's no good. Here's Baker for a triple, no good. Higdon comes up with it.
Strong rebound by Will Higdon, ripping that away from the defender.
Lob to Fitzgerald, no good. He can get up there, just didn't that time.
That's a great look, good jump by Chandler, just unable to put it in the hole.
Avery short jumper, no good. Fitzgerald gets the rebound. And that was no good as well. Eagles up by 14 and sitting pretty comfortably as well.
Eagles playing extremely well right now, shooting the ball at an extremely high rate, driving the ball efficiently. So we take Big Will Higdon out of the game, get a little more speed. Maybe we're going to try and push the pace a little bit and run the floor.
Here's Porter bringing the ball up the floor here for the Eagles with 6 minutes and 12 seconds left to go here in regulation. Here's Lewis. Seems as Blue Light is sticking to a 2-3 defense. Not in their favor when we're shooting this efficiently. Porter inside. Ugaldi drives through the gap. Kicks Lewis in the corner for another triple. Shot clock winding down. He nearly got that one to go. Ugaldi gets on the floor for that one. We love the aggression by him.
Brian Ugaldi being on the floor always brings another level of energy that I don't think any other player on the Eagles brings to the floor. Love seeing him in the game, both offensively and defensively.
Wheeler heads back into the floor here for the Eagles. Number 33, Butler, Rakeelan Butler, his first name, brings the ball up the floor. Here's Avery back to Butler. Jones checks back in as well, and Ugaldi with another steal. Ugaldi in transition, gets to the cup, and that's good for Ugaldi!
Great Euro step by Brian Ugaldi. Great steal on one end, going coast to coast to the other end, finishes at the rim.
He has 7 points in the first half, and that's the most I believe he's ever had in the first half. That is, he has a career high of 12 against Welch last year in their first win of the season. Kroger works on Lewis. Is that an offensive foul? And yes, it is!
Great Great, smart, high IQ play by Austin Lewis, knowing he has a bigger defender on him when he catches that ball, lowers his shoulder to try and put a big drop step on Austin. He makes the smart play and draws that charge.
Ugalde, he comes out the game with some much needed rest, and what a first half. He had 7 points, and I can't even count the steals, so many of them.
Brian Ugalde just brings another level of defensive efficiency and transitioning from defense to offense. His speed allows him to push the floor and open the floor for the Eagles.
Wheeler gets to the cup, can't finish, rebounds his own miss, fading basket, that's good for Wheeler. And the Eagles sitting pretty here, up by 18. And that's an offensive foul, they're on blue lights.
I think that was a little bit of a frustration foul there by Donnell Avery, grabbing Stephen Wheeler's shorts as he runs by. A little unnecessary stuff right there.
Eagles still sitting pretty here, up by 18. Here's Wheeler for the inbound. Blue lights sticking to this 2-3, and the Eagles just shooting out of it. Stephen Wheeler back at West Coast. They used to call him a wizard. I see why, Braden. Horton tries to work on his defender. That's stolen by Avery. He's off to the races, has Carter to the right of him. He gets to the cup, and it's good.
Great find by Avery, good finish by Felipe Carter at the rim, good transition offense by Blue Lights College.
Lewis wide open, takes a shorter dunk jumper instead. That's no good. Fitzgerald rebounds the miss. Can't convert on that one. There's Baker for the rebound. Christian Baker, the freshman. My apologies, sophomore from Raleigh, North Carolina. Anderson Jr. for a triple, no good. Here's Lewis. Lewis, transition 3. And that one misses everything.
After a great shooting night, missed 2 in a row. Shooters got to shoot though, as the old saying goes, so nothing wrong with Austin Lewis finding an open shot there, just not able to put it in.
Despite the miss, the Eagles still up and sitting pretty, up by 16. Donnell Avery guarded by Wheeler. Here's Avery, gets past Wheeler, works inside, kicks it to Baker. Baker to Anderson Jr., drives to the gut of the defense and finds Baker for a 3. That one was way off. Kroger rebounds the miss, and Lewis gets up there for the board, and Avery knocks it out. Eagles possession.
It's a strong offensive rebound, or a defensive rebound attempt, by Austin Lewis. Fortunately, Blue Lights knocked it out of his hands, but Eagles retain possession, headed the other way.
Horton comes out the game here for the Eagles for Big Will Higdon, and Higdon, a masterpiece down low with his footwork when he gets about 5 to 10 feet within the basket.
Love seeing Big Will Higdon work in the paint and off those blocks. Hopefully we can get him a few more points on the inside here, see if we don't feed him the ball.
Here is Wheeler, known as the Wizard back at West Coast. I think that's an appropriate nickname for him. That's a steal there for Blue Lights. In transition, the layup is no good. Higdon collects the rebound. That was Josiah Duran for the miss. Here's Lewis in transition. Finds Fitzgerald. He's wide open from distance. He knocks it down. I believe he has 6.
That is correct, Al. Great find by Austin Lewis there. Chandler Fitzgerald able to knock down the 3.
Cutting Anderson receives the ball from Brown, and Fitzgerald comes up with it. Baseball pass to Jones, somehow gets to him. Lewis, corner, drives, baseline, goes up strong. Wow, what a beautiful finish by him.
Great take by Austin Lewis. That gives him 11 on the night. Austin Lewis shooting the ball extremely well. Right there, giving a little pump fake and then driving to the basket and finishing at the rim.
The Eagles bench giving them a lot of production. Lewis with 11, Ugalde with 8. I believe Fitzgerald with 6 as he's in transition on Anderson. Floater inside, can't get the lucky bounce. Colin Wilkerson, the freshman from Illinois, he goes to the table here for the Eagles. Kroger nearly steps out of bounds. Kroger drives, comes up with it and finishes. Desperate basket by Blue Lights here as the Eagles still trail by 19. Wheeler gets to the basket, looks back at his defender, and finishes! Braden now was just dirty.
A little bit of an attitude in that finish out, like you said, gets up in the air, and while he's finishing the shot, decides to turn around and give his defender a nice look.
Puts the Eagles up by 21. Anderson Jr. to the cup, and it's good. The Eagles looking to make a number of substitutions here. Brantley Koski and Malachi Hoare, the three-headed freshmen. Wow, what a dribble move there by Wheeler. Fitzgerald saves it.
Like you said earlier, Al, I think he's well earned that nickname of the Wizard.
The Eagles looking to make a number of substitutions here. Buckley comes into the game, Koski comes into the game, Hoare comes into the game as well as Wilkerson. We're going to see a lot of the young talent here tonight for the Eagles late in this first half. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over, and a hockey substitution here for the final minutes of the first half for the Eagles. Hoare, Koski, Lewis, and Buckley into the game here for the Eagles. Koski can score. He hasn't gotten a lot of minutes with a lot of players being healthy now, but the kid can get to the basket.
Brantley Koski's dribble drive, just as we see there. Unfortunately, used the offhand finish, unable to convert.
He misses that one, but man, that guy is quick to the basket.
He's got a great first step, good dribble moves. Normally a good finisher at the rim, just unfortunately unable to finish at the rim right there.
And then he had a held ball. Hit the rim, then he had a held ball.
Eagles up by 23. Here's Felipe Carter. Guarded by Koski. Picks up his dribble. Anderson Jr. with 19 seconds on the shot clock. Hoare with stifling defense. Anderson drives, loses the ball. Buckley with the rebound. Cameron Lewis pushes it in transition, finds Hoare. Gets by his defender up to the cup, and it's good for Malachi Hoare!
Great finish, great drive by Malachi Hoare. Way to attack the paint and finish at the rim.
No shot clock here for the remainder of the half. Here's Carter from distance. That's no good. Anderson Jr. with the rebound. Carter again gets inside, spin move, kicks it to Kroger. Kroger fading jump shot over Buckley, no good. Koski with another strong rebound. Half court heave for Koski. And that almost found the bottom of the barrel, Braden. What a first half for the Eagles. 50 total points in the first half. They lead by 25.
That's a great first half for Pensacola. Up by 21 at the half. Great shooting, great driving. Led scoring by Austin Lewis with 11, but great spread scoring for the Eagles with 11, 7, 6, 6, 7. Great team half for the Eagles. Excited to see what we can do here in the second half.
People scoring up and down the roster. Plenty more action when we come back. And actually the score is not 25. It's actually 50 to 29. But we'll be back after a few messages from Pensacola Christian College.
What makes you smile? Time with people you love. Making a difference at your work or ministry. Fun memories and the little things that make your day. Going to graduate school can mean giving up those things, but it doesn't have to. With an online master's degree from Pensacola Christian College, you can reach your goals and still be there for family, work, and ministry. Of course, earning a graduate degree comes with challenges, like money and time. But with online learning, you can get a degree that's made for your schedule and budget. One that only costs a little over $10,000, with a flexible payment option too. And with online learning, you can learn anytime, anywhere, with classes that fit your schedule. Take the next step by choosing one of several master's degree programs: business administration, educational leadership, ministry, Bible exposition, and others. At Pensacola Christian College, you'll get a biblical perspective and insight from caring professionals and ministry leaders. So when you graduate, you won't have just a diploma. You'll have confidence to go further in your ministry or career, and you'll still have those memories that make you smile. It's graduate school built for real life. Graduate school built for you.
You can scroll through hundreds of photos, but to truly experience college life, you'll have to visit us for College Days. During College Days at Pensacola Christian College, you can get that experience. Attend an engineering class one day and an art class the next. Listen to experts who share your passions and see how everything, from the classes to the people, is centered on the teaching from God's Word. And that's just the beginning. Visit us for College Days and experience what no photo can capture. A college dedicated to influencing the world for Christ.
You only have one life. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to influence your world for Christ? This is a place where you can be empowered to fulfill God's calling and pursue your passion.
Working as a physical therapist, it is a ministry all its own to just build a relationship with the people. I mean, that's my ultimate goal, is I want to help people get better.
I want to go to law school, get into a cybersecurity program. That way I can incorporate both programming and law, protecting companies from cybercrime.
I love being around people, and I love learning about people. I knew that with nursing, it wasn't just about helping people physically, like it was helping them spiritually too. That's what's important in life.
As I began to pray more, God, I have a huge decision to make. Where am I going to go to school? I only have one life. What do you want me to do with it? And he began to show me that what I enjoy doing can be used for his honor and for his glory. God led me to Pensacola Christian College to pursue my passion for finance through a biblical perspective.
I had told my pastor before coming here, I was like, I don't really like school, but I know I need to go for nursing. So I'm gonna go and I'll have to study really hard, and I just didn't really look forward to it. But now, like on my third year, learning is so much fun, and I didn't feel like that freshman year.
I'll look back and I'll be like, man, I remember I used to struggle with that. And then maybe a freshman looks at what I'm doing and they're like, what are you even looking at? I'm like, this is easy stuff.
Incrementally, we're ready to do more, we're ready to face more, and to say, this may not be the easiest thing I've ever done, but it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
Last summer, I did an internship in Germany in my genetics lab, and I was able to use the techniques and tools I had learned in the labs here over there, and it made so much more sense because I already knew what I was doing and why I was doing it.
I think teaching is communicating facts, but I think the bottom line for me with teaching is connecting the material so the students not only know it, but appreciate it and also know how to use it.
My teaching isn't about me. It's about where God is taking each individual student down the road.
We have great faculty, and they honestly inspire me. Seeing all of these faculty members who have doctorates, you can definitely see what they've learned reflected through what they teach.
They'll constantly tell you, if you need something, come talk to me. I've had teachers other places, and they'll say that, but if you go up to them, they don't really want to give you the time or try to respond. And here, it's just totally different. You can just have a really good teacher-student relationship.
The faculty are saying it's going to take hard work and dedication to be the best at whatever you're doing for God's glory. That philosophy will always work.
Sometimes they'll ask us, what verse do you think would apply to this? How a verse would relate to a situation.
Biblical worldview is seeing all of my life through what God has shown us in Scripture.
And that's one of the reasons why I chose PCC in the first place, is to have faculty that love God to help me further my spiritual walk with Christ.
If my goal is to be in the will of God, it helps so much to know that my teacher has that same goal.
Everything that I see here is Christ-centered. Their main purpose is, we want you to see more of Jesus Christ. That is what I see in PCC.
Why is PCC here? It's to change lives and make them more like Christ. I hope that I can just have a little part of molding and shaping them like the Lord Jesus Christ.
They want students to come out of PCC and to make an influence and an impact on the world. I think their goal really is to change the world, and they do it one student at a time.
As president of PCC, I want you to know that we're committed to providing an excellent liberal arts education that's built upon the foundation and truths of God's Word. We won't compromise on biblical principles, and our purpose is to equip you for whatever it is God's called you to do. Make the most of this opportunity in life, and choose the college that best prepares you for that calling. PCC has so much to offer. We're located just minutes from the beautiful sugar white sands and emerald waters of Pensacola Beach. We're known for providing the best education value among accredited Christian colleges. And we have great facilities and activities that'll provide memorable experience to your college life. So as you think to the future and think about choosing a college, don't just choose a college because of its location, near home or by the beach. Don't just choose a Christian college because it's affordable like PCC is. And don't just choose a college because your friends go there and it looks like a fun place to attend. Choose a Christian college because God's called you there. Because that place will empower you to influence the world for Christ in whatever God's called you to do.
Want to get a head start in college? With Pensacola Christian College's online dual enrollment program, you can do just that. Open to juniors and seniors in Christian schools and Abeka Academy homeschoolers, dual enrollment students can take up to 6 online courses per year, all counting towards PCC college credit requirements. With 3 different options throughout the school year and summer and over 20 courses, choose to lighten your college load and, depending on your major, finish college early. You will be able to fit courses around your schedule, a perfect way to complete many of your general college education courses before you graduate high school and step foot on campus. To learn more about getting a head start on your education today, visit pcci.edu/dual enrollment.
Hello and welcome, Eagle fans from all over. Whether you're from around the country or from around the world, I want to reintroduce you to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. I'm chatting alongside me, Braden Monner. And Braden, what a first half of basketball for the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Over 6 players with over 5 points.
That was a great first half by Pensacola Christian College. Great shooting overall. We shot the ball 42% from the field.
Wow.
From the three-point line, we shot 35%. Those are two very good statistics. Love seeing the Eagles shoot this well. Love seeing the Eagles drive the ball and get out in transition, pushing the floor and getting in the paint.
Let's talk about the bench production here for the Eagles. Austin Lewis coming off the bench, shooting 50% from distance, 11 points for him. Ryan Ugaldi providing great defense with 3 steals, but also has 7 points to his name as well. And Chandler Fitzgerald getting it done from the inside and out with 6.
The bench of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles, I think, is one of the most underrated aspects of our team.
Honestly.
We have a great starting 5, very good starting 5 that scores the ball very efficiently, but bringing those 6, 7, 8 guys off the bench that are able to put the ball in the hoop, add some spark off the bench offensively, and like we talked about with Brian Ugaldi, defensively. Love seeing the bench efficiency like that.
Great production here by both teams. Let's go ahead and talk about Blue Lights. Kenny Anderson Jr., he has 10 points, leads his team, and also the second leading scorer in this game, the 1,000-point scorer for Blue Lights.
That was a great first half by Anderson Kenny, shooting the ball at a very good rate, shooting 50% from the field. Love seeing him shoot the ball well. Hopefully the Eagles can continue to try and hold him down here tonight, see if we can't get ourselves a good W here in the Nest.
The Eagles up big at half once again, kind of like Welsh, but we didn't really finish that game well at all. We were up by as much as 32 and finished that game with 11 in the margins. What are we going to do to finish this game correctly?
In that Welch game, we ended up almost losing that game or bringing it way closer than it should have been because they put a press on us and we had many, many turnovers. The Eagles only turned the ball over 3 times in that first half. We need to find a way to keep the turnovers down, and I'm assuming Blue Lights is going to come out with some pressure. The Eagles need to find a way to keep the turnovers down, find a way to continue scoring the ball, and not end up letting Blue Lights crawl their way back into the game.
We do this every single time, Braden. What's your score prediction for this matchup here today?
I think the Eagles are going to almost hit 100, but I think we might come up just a little short. So I'm going to say let's go 92 to 63. That's
a pretty healthy score right there. Question, another one I have to ask for you, brother. Who's going to be the high man amongst these scorers as well?
I think A.J. Ward had a decent first half with 7 points. We know A.J. can score the ball extremely well. I think he's going to turn up here in the second half, and I think he's going to end the game being the high scorer.
All the fans arise here in the Nest. Here's Jones in the corner, guarded by Anderson. They go quickly here to Higdon. He backs down his defender, fading jump shot. We would love to see that in his tool chest. Here's Anderson quickly to the basket. I believe off the foot of Ward. Eagles up by 50 to 29. We want to thank all the fans at home for joining us for this live stream as well. Alvin Chapman alongside with Braden Monner. Braden, it's such a joy to be broadcasting this game alongside of you.
I love broadcasting the games out, love sitting at the table, love talking basketball with you, and love watching our Eagles win the game so far.
Porter, great long pass, receives it. That one was way off, but Wheeler collects it. Ward with another one. Wow, that jump shot is pretty.
First three-pointer of the game, or second three-pointer of the game, by A.J. Ward. Like I said earlier, had himself a good first half, but could have shot the ball a little better. I think he's going to shoot the ball very well here in the second half.
And A.J. Ward really good at coming alive in second halves. One game he had 24 in one half. In another game he had 19.
A.J. Ward's second half, he's just got that second burst of energy as Stephen Wheeler takes a nice drive, finishes at the rim. A.J. Ward just has, I think, that extra gear inside of him that most players don't have, that find the ability to score the ball efficiently in the second half.
That was Butler who had the ball, who got fouled. Butler for the inbound. Get it to Anderson, drives baseline. And that is an offensive foul awarded to A.J. Ward.
Great charge take there by A.J. Ward, getting his feet set, beating the offensive player to the spot, falling, drawing that charge, headed the other way.
Eagles up by 24, Wheeler and Porter back to receive the inbound. That's actually smart as well, because Blue Lights is known infamously to bring a press, and having both of your inbounders, my apologies, your dominant ball handlers back there to break the press is very smart. Ward from distance is no good. Butler collects the rebound. Nearly loses it, falls on top of it. And Higdon dives to the floor for it. Wheeler in transition, Porter corner, triples up in the air. That one's no good. Anderson in a hurry to get to the other side of the rim. And Higdon with a rejection.
Big block by Will Higdon. Good transition defense by Stephen Wheeler to get back and make that shot difficult.
Jones tried to step through with options behind him. That's a turnover by him.
Not a bad take by Garrett Jones. May like to see him drop that ball off to Christian Porter, trailing the play, transition offense. Could be run a little better by the Eagles. Let's see if we can't get some more transition buckets here.
And I have to agree with you, not a bad play at all. Actually did a great job pacing his defender. But with options, you have to try to get the points instead of the style here. 3, no good for Blue Lights. That was Jeremiah Baker. Jones with another opportunity to score. Passes it back to Ward. Ward drives, right hand, can't finish. Jeremiah Baker goes coast to coast, finds Anderson for another triple. No good. No one down there for Blue Lights to try to retrieve the rebound. Ward at the other end. Finds Porter, takes a screen from Higdon. He'll stop on a dime for a triple.
Good shot by Christian Porter, using that screen by Will Higdon. Defender decides to go under the screen, and Christian Porter makes him pay.
He also gets a steal. Here's Wheeler. Goes over the shoulder for that one. Off the glass, and it's good. So meticulous around the basket. The graduate student from Long Beach. They call him the Wizard.
It's a great finish by Stephen Wheeler. Good transition find by Christian Porter.
Felipe Carter, he checked into the ball game as the Eagles are now up 29. And the fans tonight having jersey nights. Once again, Braden, we missed the memo.
I know, Al. We need to find who's sending out these text messages and figure out what it is so we can match the crowd. We're a little dressed up tonight, but that's all right. I think we're looking pretty good over here.
Don't worry. For next year, we will be on target and on the money. Butler drives and misses. Higdon saves it from going out of bounds. Here's Porter guarded by Butler. Takes a screen. Jones stops on a dime for a triple. That hits the back of the iron. Anderson finds Koger. Finishes with the right hand. Wheeler quick to the basket. Tries to be fancy around the rim. It gets that rejected.
Got to put the ball in the hoop there. Don't worry too much about them style points. Just put the ball in the hole.
Anderson tries to respond. No good. Wheeler comes up with it. Ward drives baseline. Finds Jones. Inside to Wheeler. Beautiful passing there by the Eagles. Not trying to force a triple.
Love seeing the Eagles move the ball around the floor. Had an open corner 3, but had an easier layup inside. Good find by Garrett Jones.
That is 6 points for Stephen Wheeler in this second half. He has 14 total. And what a beautiful floater for him inside the lane, Braden.
That was a great finish by Stephen Wheeler there. Love seeing him push the ball in transition, move the ball around. A.J. Ward with a good drive finds Garrett in the corner. Garrett finds the wide open Stephen Wheeler.
Blue Lights called the timeout. We'll step away briefly. Actually, we're not. That was a 30-second timeout. And we're going to be heading back on the field here just momentarily. Coach Bell in his first season here with the Eagles, and this is one of the best starts the Eagles have seen in, I believe, a number of years. I want to say since they've won regionals in 2016.
It's exciting to see the Eagles start so strong this season. A couple early tough losses, but able to bounce back. We've got a few wins under our belt. Hopefully grab another win here tonight against Blue Lights College.
Eagles currently down by 29 with 15 minutes to go. I say this all the time, despite the huge marginal difference, still a lot of basketball left to play.
There is 15 minutes left in this game, Alan. The game's not over till it's over. We need to fight through that final buzzer, get this W.
Great drive to the basket, no good for Blue Lights. Ward off to the races, goes through traffic with the left hand, no good. Butler gets the rebound. Let's see how he counteracts, nearly loses his dribble, goes up to the cup, no good. Koger retrieves it. Kicks it to Carter for a triple of his own. Hits the side of the iron. Wheeler skips it over to Ward. One more pass to the hot hand, Porter! That's his second triple of the second half. Third of the game. He had 6 of them last game against Welch College, and honestly one of his best performances in college.
That's his third three-pointer of the night. Love seeing Christian Porter shoot the ball at a high rate.
Almost a free opportunity for Ward to possibly get a good old slam. Great pass, dumped down to Kroger, and he finds the hole. Here's Wheeler, finds Higdon. Porter receives the screen, goes back to Ward, tries to go inside to Higdon, and that ball's taken away by Kroger. Butler drives inside. What a rejection there by Higdon. He's really a threat from the rim.
Will Higdon had 2 blocks in the first half. He's already got 2 here in the second half. It gives him 4 on the game. Love seeing his presence in the paint, dominating offensively and defensively, telling that the Blue Lights College, this is his house.
I love that statement you just made there. He had 6 blocks last game against Welch College. Here's Kroger inside. Can't seem to finish. Ball hit by Horton, ends up in the hands of Carter. Anderson Jr. tries to find Brown. He takes too many steps. Jones, he brings the ball up the floor here for the Eagles. He's guarded by Anderson Jr. Gets the ball to Horton, nearly loses it, picks up his dribble. Lewis is well checked into the ball game. He had 11 in that first half. Go back to Horton inside. Great spin move and great touch. Oh, he just misses that one. That basket dances around the rim. He definitely would want that one to go down.
That was a good post move by Anthony Horton there. Good fading hook shot, unable to knock it down even though it rolled around the rim as much as it could.
Wheeler, Lewis in the corner, snakes inside, dump off to Fitzgerald. I believe the defender even hit that ball a couple times, but he'll retrieve the earnings at the rim. Give him 8.
Chandler Fitzgerald is a very, very strong man. I know him very well, and I know he put on in this summer just about 10 to 15 pounds of muscle. Is a big boy now. Knocking that ball isn't going to do much with him.
He has 8 thus far in this first half. My apologies, 6 in the first half. And great attempt for a dribble handoff to Wheeler. I believe that ball is kicked. Eagles up by 30 comfortably as well, and also doing a great job maintaining this lead as well. Skipped it over to Wheeler. Gets by his defender, kicks it to Lewis. Lewis, Horton, back to Lewis. Wide open Jones. Fitzgerald in the corner. Great passing by the Eagles. Hardly any dribbles. And that basket counts.
That's a goaltending call. Good call there by the officials. Great ball movement by the Eagles. I think that was 7 passes without the ball touching the floor one time. Love seeing them move the ball like that, get an open layup for Stephen Wheeler and get a goaltending call.
And quite frankly there, Braden, that was beautiful basketball as well, where you don't even have to put the ball on the floor, and you can just pass it around.
That was great offense by the Eagles. Good ball movement.
Anderson spins off his defender, fades, and he scores. He has 12 on the night, his first point in the first half. Here's Wheeler, he gets the switch off. It's by his defender, kicks it back to Fitzgerald. Lewis, back to Fitzgerald, that's taken away from him. Kroger in transition. Lewis with the near stop, but he'll get called for a foul. Wow, great replay there for us to look at that one. What were your opinions on that one?
Looked clean to me, looked like a clean strip in transition, but I guess the ref saw him with a little bit of contact on the arm, sends number 12 for Blue Lights College, Chris Kroger, to the line for 2.
Kroger, he also averages 14 points a contest here for Blue Lights. Knocks down the first free throw.
Coming to the Eagles, number 2, Christian Porter.
He stands at about 6'6". My apologies, 6'7" from Cary, North Carolina. The sophomore wearing number 12. Knocks down both free throws. Brings his game within 28. Horton with the ball. Lewis kicks to Porter. Once again, great passing here by the Eagles. Lewis works on his defender. Can't find the backboard, but Fitzgerald runs in there for the rebound. Lewis with another opportunity to score. That misses.
Good find there by Christian Porter in the corner. Austin Lewis just unable to knock down the three. Blue Lights pushes the ball up the floor.
Anderson, great pump fake. Can't get the basket to fall. My apologies, great pass fake. Here's Lewis in transition. Finds Chandler Fitzgerald. Lewis to Porter. Porter. Lewis drives. Works on his defender. Nearly throws that one away. Fitzgerald for a triple of his own. Stops on a dime. That's no good. And a quick turnover there by Blue Lights. Here's Brian Ugalde checking into the game here for the Eagles. Garrett Jones checked out the game, and he had a great first half. 3 steals and 7 points.
Brian Ugalde had a great first half offensively and defensively, bringing that energy. Hopefully he can bring the Eagles some energy here in the second half, see if we can't grow this lead.
Ugalde, he's eminent for guarding the best defender on the floor, and we've seen him done it multiple occasions. Last game against Trinity Baptist, but Trinity College of Florida guarded Niall Bright for the duration of the game. Played excellent defense on him. On Corey Shelton from Johnson University, excellent defense on him as well. And even Spencer Smith from Welch, excellent defense on him as well. Lob to Horton, comes down with it, and Brown will be called for the over-the-back foul. But if that play didn't get called down, that would have been another triple there for Ugalde.
Foul there on number 23, Torrey Brown. Eagles trying to run a little backdoor lob action, but grabs a little hook on Anthony Horton there.
Here's Porter with 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Porter kicks corner to Ugalde. He'll try another one. That one can't fall. Barbie with the ball. Koski comes to the table. Anderson gets past Ugalde, and Horton gets his hand in the mix of things. He'll be called for a foul, and Anderson will head back to the line here for the Blue Lights College. Brantley Koski coming to the game here for the Eagles. He had 2 double-digit performances this year, one against LaGrange College and one against Crowley's Ridge. One with 16, another one with 15, as well as A.J. Ward coming to the table as well, the leading scorer for this Eagles ball club. Fitzgerald, as well as Horton, comes out the game here for the Eagles. Anderson back at the line for another free throw. That one's good. Yadek Chaka comes into the game as well for Blue Lights. Ugalde kicks corner to Lewis. Fires no good. Koski got a hand on it, no good. Tries to get in the driving lane of Baker. Anderson all the way to the cup.
Kenny Anderson with a great drive there, gives him 16 on the night. He now leads all scorers in this contest.
Ward, triple, no good. Ugalde fights for it. It comes up with it as well. Koski drives hard. He gets fouled. But that play there does not happen without the aggression of Brian Ugalde.
Brian Ugalde always finds a way to impact this game, no matter which side of the floor he's playing on, the offensive or defensive side of the floor.
And you see him there in the replay, just go on the floor, laying out everything, putting all his chips in, going on the line for that play, and results to Koski going to the line for free throws. The sophomore from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. You see I got that one right, Koski, just in case if you go back and listen to the broadcast. He knocks down the first one, and what a fast guard he is.
Great first step from Brantley Koski. He's got good dribble moves. He's a good finisher around the rim. Love to see him bring his energy offensively and defensively as well onto the floor.
Carter drives on Koski, no good. Here's Lewis in transition. Lewis, Ugalde, one more pass to Koski, and he gets fouled. Ugalde with another smart play to send Koski back to the charity stripe. The graduate student from Mexico playing wonderfully in this game.
Bryant's playing extremely well, finding the open person. Once again, that's just great offense by the Eagles, moving the ball around, passing extremely well right now.
Bryant, I believe, studying business, not business management, but business administration, getting his master's here at the college. And one thing that's really cool is that this broadcast stretches out to all areas of the world, especially in Mexico, where his grandfather watches every game. Shout out to him, brother. Here's Lewis, finds Porter. Ugalde in the corner, takes one dribble. Can he get another assist here? That three rims out. Ugalde gets in the passing lane. I don't know if they'll credit the steal for him, but he's definitely the reason it happened. Head down to the basket, finds Lewis. Get past Sikoski, drives inside, arranges his shot. He literally pushes that one towards the goal.
It's a great finish by Brantley Koski. Like I said earlier, he's a great finisher around the rim. Love to see his aggressiveness driving the ball.
Long three from distance for Blue Lights, no good. That was Michael Barbie behind that strike. Koski tries to find Ward, no good, but repays his mistake. Here's Lewis in transition. Goes up strong. Oh my goodness, Lewis! What a move by him!
Great finish by Austin Lewis. Good pass by Christian Porter. Beautiful reverse by Austin. Under and around the defender, finishes on the other side of the rim.
That wasn't the play you guys wanted to see. My apologies. That was Koski's. I believe the replay booth did get that one as Carter responds back with a triple. But what a play there by Austin Lewis. He literally threw it up with a prayer and found the backboard and scores here for the Eagles. I believe he has 13. Anderson with the steal. Shields off his defender, gets to the cup. No good. Ward with the board. Ward with a lot of room to work with. Finds Porter. Throws the lob to the rim.
Great give and go there. A.J. Ward finds the open Christian Porter. Instead of taking a contested three, gives it back. A.J. streaking down the lane, finds an easy layup.
Carter tries to respond. That's no good. Quick turnover there by the Eagles. And now Blue Lights looking to make a number of substitutions. Eagles up by 28, and honestly, a quite entertaining contest tonight here, Braden.
Eagles shooting the ball extremely well. We've already talked about multiple times their great ball movement tonight. Moving the ball around the floor, fantastic. Passing extremely well.
Ward, short jumper, that's good. That was a good shot by him. Didn't settle for a three, doesn't drive inside, takes the two-pointer instead. Kroger inside, pump fakes. Let's see the call on the floor here. And that's a foul on Koski. Thought he drew the jump ball there.
Looked like good defense there from Brantley Koski. Tried to grab that, get a tie up, but unfortunately the ref saw it differently. Sends number 12 Kroger to the line, 4-2.
That also sends Colin Wilkerson and Malachi Hoare to the line as well. And I've been saying this all night, the future for this basketball program here in the Nest is very prominent.
Love seeing these young players, these freshmen, get some minutes here, get some experience under their belts, because in the next few years we're going to graduate some seniors, and these guys are going to have to step up and play some big minutes.
And not just seniors. You can see the normal rotating minutes here for the Eagles. It's either you're a junior, you're a graduate student, or you're a senior, which means we have a mature team, but it also means that the people under them are gaining a lot of knowledge and experience. Eagles up by 28. Here's Koski. Lewis, Hoare. Wilkerson finds Koski. Pump fakes, gets to the hoop. Finds Hoare. Finds Lewis. The hot hand. Man, that's just a great roll right there.
Austin Lewis is shooting the ball extremely well. He now has 16 points on the night. I believe he has 4 threes, shooting the ball at an extremely high rate.
And one thing that's great about this game is that most of his hit points are coming off the bench.
Eagles foul there on Colin Wilkerson.
That sets up an inbound play here for Blue Lights. Barbie with the ball, guarded by Lewis. Inside to Kroger. Nearly loses it. Somehow gets that one to fall, though. Here's Hoare bringing the ball up the floor here for the Eagles. Finds Koski. Wilkerson. Great pass inside to Fitzgerald. Nearly gets his pocket picked. Inside, Lewis. Great passing here by the Eagles. Koski goes up strong.
Good finish by Brantley Koski. Great find by Austin Lewis.
Give him 5 points off the bench for the sophomore from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Blue Lights goes back inside to Kroger. Great pump fake. Near rejection. And Cameron Lewis as well. The sophomore from Pace, Florida, heads to the table for the Eagles as Kroger goes to the line for Blue Lights. Clayton Buckley also comes into the game here for the Eagles. Buckley also a sophomore from Troy, Iowa. And you saw him get a lot of minutes last year under Coach Getch. And one thing I love about his game is that he's lost a lot of weight this year.
Love seeing him shave some pounds, get back out here on the floor, be able to run the floor a little more efficiently, see what he can do here on the inside for Pensacola.
And wow, this is honestly a pretty impressive, well, the game's not over, but lead here for the Eagles, up by 30 against Blue Lights. Blue Lights played Trinity Baptist a couple weeks ago, and I believe they lost that game by only 3. Eagles up by 29. Here's Malachi Hoare, finds Koski. Lewis can possibly get his first collegiate points here, and he does! Cameron Lewis! Play trued up for him, and honestly, he can knock it down. Super excited for Cameron Lewis. That wasn't his first career points. Maybe that was his first career three-pointer of his college career. Knocks that one down, and honestly with ease as well.
Wide open there, Cam Lewis knocks down a good three-point shot. He's got a good shot on him, puts that ball in, gets himself 3 easy points.
Eagles up big here. Felipe Carter at the free throw line misses the first one. One thing that's interesting about Blue Lights College, they're actually the first ever police preparatory academy in the state of North Carolina, located in Apex, North Carolina as well. They've had a basketball program for the last 5 years. Kenny Anderson Jr. being the first ever 1,000-point scorer for that ball club when he had 17 points against Shaw University's junior varsity program. Lewis. Switch it over to Koski. He tries to find Wilkerson. That gets stolen away. Anderson drives hard, misses. Don't know if that one was tipped. And Hoare keeps his dribble alive. Hoare goes between his legs. Find Wilkerson to Buckley. And he just throws that one up at the goal. Play nearly ruined by Buckley. And Blue Lights answers back quickly. I believe Buckley was hit on that play as well. Now that I think about it. But wow, what an array of dribble moves there by Malachi Hoare. Lewis wide open for another triple. That's good! Cameron Lewis, the sophomore from Pace, Florida, finds the bottom of the barrel.
Great shot from Cam Lewis. 2 for 2 on the night from behind the arc. Love to see him shooting the ball at a high rate off the bench.
Hoare nearly loses it. Go inside to Buckley and loses the ball. Anderson in the corner. Good drive. Pump fake. And that's a miss by Kroger. Koski. Ooh, beautiful dribble moves. Pump fake to the basket. And it's good for Brantley Koski.
What a take by Brantley Koski. I love seeing him attack, finish at the rim. Great dribble drive there, good finish.
And honestly, great arrangement of pump fakes as well. Brown tries to answer back. That's no good. Lewis got a hand on that one. Inside to Kroger, and he misses the dunk. Tries to stand up dunk that one. That was no good. Anderson in the corner. And a shot clock issue at the table here. Once the ball hit the rim, that should have reset it to 20. There we go. That's displayed on the screen so far as Torrey Brown, the freshman from Cary, North Carolina, is there for the inbound finds Kroger, picks up his dribble. Brown, triple. That's good. Great shot by him. Cuts his lead to 31. And a great job by the Pensacola Christian College Eagles to finish this game in professional manner.
Love seeing the Eagles play super well tonight. 91. Maybe we can get 100 as Cam Lewis lines up another three, leaves that one a little short.
Here's Baker all the way to the cup, and that's good. Trevor Longo comes to the table here for the Eagles, as well as Colby Roberts. Malachi Hoare with the ball, guarded by number 3, Anderson Jr. Koski spin move, kicks corner, back to Koski. Tries to go to Buckley, he loses it. They find Lewis. Hoare with 5 seconds left. That one's good. Beautiful shot by him. And the youngins are coming alive here tonight, Braden.
Love seeing the freshmen play the way that they are right now. Malachi Hoare with a great three there. Good find by Cameron Lewis with only 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Love seeing our freshmen shoot the ball at a high rate.
Eagles down, not down, but I was gonna say down to by 100, but the Eagles with 6 more points in order for them to win this matchup. But until then, we'll be back shortly.
Goldfish right in.
Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. Albert Chapman alongside with Brandon Koski. Wow, Brandon Koski, that's a new one. I've said almost every single name in the book to describe you. Braden Monner. Braden, such a joy to be back with you alongside with me and the broadcast.
Love being at the table, Al. Love having the best seats in the house watching this game, commentating with you.
Kroger inside. Great basket by him. Lewis, Longo, Fike, Roberts, and Wilkerson in the game here for the Eagles. They go inside to Longo. He kicks it to Roberts. Can he get his first point? That just misses. Anderson in transition, and Lewis with the rejection! Wow, 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 Cameron Lewis! Go upstairs, why don't you? Let's see that one again. Who would ever thought that Cameron Lewis would get a chase down block? Nearly got another one. There goes Stephen Fike, and the crowd's loving this one, Braden Monner.
2 blocks in a row. Great transition defense by Cam Lewis to send that one into the bleachers, and good help defense there by Stephen Fike sends that one into the bleachers.
Anderson step back, no good, misses everything. Fike with the save. And the crowd is letting him have it. Wilkerson for a triple, that's good! Oh, I'm loving it, Braden, I'm loving it!
Love seeing our Eagles shoot the ball like this. Love feeling the energy like this in the gym.
They go inside to Kroger. We are 3 more points away from 1,000, and Longo picks up the foul. Wow, what a night to be at Pensacola Christian College Eagle. Am I right, Braden?
This is a great night, Al. I love being here, love commentating this game. Great performance here by our Eagles tonight, 97-63 with a minute left in this game. Shot the ball at an extremely high rate, drove the ball well, and passed the ball extremely well tonight.
And not only that, they finished the ball game as well, letting a lot of the newcomers come in and create moments that they'll never forget.
Getting some freshmen some good minutes here, getting some, like you just said, Al, getting some memorable moments here early on in the season.
Here's Cameron Lewis in transition. He kicks it corner. Roberts quickly double team. Lewis still comes up with it. Stephen Fike, fading jump shot, no good. Here's Baker. He tries to go coast to coast. That one's good. Here's Wilkerson. Splits the defense. Almost finds Stephen Fike. Roberts inside to Fike. Turn jumper, no good. Wilkerson tries to get the tap and miss. Kroger nearly dunks on Lewis. And Lewis getting the matchup he wants. His pass is defender. Here's Lewis.
Crowd begging for a three, wanting to get to 100.
There it is. No good. Roberts got it. And that'll be Eagles possession. The crowd's loving it. Man, it's crazy on a Thursday night game. We're getting all this energy. Wait till we get to the Friday night games against our, not rivalries, but huge challenges against Bob Jones, Trinity Baptist, Southeastern. Man, what a season we have before us as a Pensacola Christian College Eagle.
I'm excited for the second semester of this basketball season. Eagles not going to put 100 on the board tonight, but still a great win, 97-66.
The crowd begging for that one, but what a game. Here's the chant here. I believe there's still time left on the clock here. 1 second as well. Both teams ready to line up. That's interesting. The official just came to me as well. That was a shot clock violation. 1 second left, and that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Braden, you did have a great close, but we're going to have to close it again. Eagles win this one 97-68. Austin Lewis, the high man, with 16 points and 4 threes. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back here for the post game, but until then, please enjoy some videos provided by our video department. Hello and welcome, Eagles fans from all over, to the post game. Alvin Chapman alongside with Braden Monner. And Braden, what a game we have here tonight in the Nest. 97-68 the final score.
That was a great game, Al. I loved watching that game. Super fun to watch. Eagles shot the ball extremely well. Looking at the stat sheet here, shot the ball 42% during the, wrong stat sheet. Wow. Shot the ball 44% this game and shot the three ball at 37%. High rates tonight. Shot the ball extremely, extremely well. Love seeing our Eagles play like this.
Really intense crowd here tonight. Let's talk about the defensive presence in tonight's game. Hickman with another huge blocking numbers here tonight. He had 6 the night before. He has 5 today. Ugalde with 3 steals, alongside with Christian Porter with 3 as well.
That was a great defensive effort tonight by the Eagles. I know the blocks were well spread out. We ended up with 10 blocks and 11 steals defensively. Coaches love to see that. We really enjoyed defensive stops. Allows transition offense to flow.
Let's talk about the scoring here for the Eagles. Stephen Wheeler with 16, Ward with 17, and Lewis coming off the bench with 16 as well, shooting 4 from 9 from distance.
Shooting was extremely, extremely good tonight, like we just said, led by A.J. Ward with 17, but Stephen Wheeler starting with 16, Austin Lewis coming off the bench with 16. Well spread scoring tonight. I think only 3 Eagles did not score. It was a great night overall for the Eagles.
Christian Porter with another great night tonight, not going into double digits, but he did have 8 assists. This is the second time for him, back-to-back with Welch, as well as tonight with Blue Lights.
This is a great game by Christian Porter. Like you said, unable to reach double-digit points, but led with 8 assists. Also had 6 rebounds and 3 steals like we talked about earlier. Great game from Christian Porter. Maybe not done on the shooting side, but done every other end of the floor.
Let's cut him some slack. He normally averages about 38 to 40 minutes per contest, only with 22 tonight, but still great overall effort by the Eagles. Here's some highlights you guys can see. Christian Porter from distance, that one was good. And here's some more highlights you guys are going to see as well. I believe that one's Ugalde's layup. No, it's actually Lewis's 3 as well. We did shoot the ball extremely well here tonight. Braden.
Shot the ball at an extremely high rate, like I said earlier, 44% from the field, 37 from 3. Those aren't numbers you see on a nightly basis, which is unfortunate, but those are really, really good numbers. Hopefully the Eagles can shoot the ball like that more often, see if we can't get some more wins under our belts heading into the second semester of this season.
We talked about the maturity of this Eagles team with a lot of juniors, graduate students, and also seniors on this roster. With this being the last game in this semester, until next semester, what are you expecting from this team?
I think the team is going to grow over Christmas break. I know they have a couple games early on before Christmas actually gets here. I think they have one more game before Christmas, and then they have 3 games after Christmas before the semester officially starts. So I think over the break we're going to continue to grow as a team, hopefully get some wins under our belts, students arrive back on campus, and see if we can't get this Arlen Horton Arena filled up with some fans and get some more wins.
Oh, Braden, I can't wait for that one. When all these fans are around and we can hardly hear each other, it's going to be exciting. And Coach Bell has his boys right now rolling. Until then, I'm Alvin Chapman alongside with Braden Motter, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much.